Good morning, everyone. Today we come to the end of Acts. We're on Acts chapter 28, where we find Paul finally arriving in Rome after diversion in Malta. I want to focus on verses 1 to 10 and Paul's time on the island of Malta. So to set the scene, all the passengers and crew have managed to get to shore after their traumatic voyage. The fact that they're actually there at all is a diversion planned by God for his purposes. And for those who like dictionary definitions, a diversion is the act of causing someone to turn in a different direction or to be used for a different purpose. And in this case, Paul in no way planned to visit Malta any more than he planned to be shipwrecked. So imagine Paul. He's weakened and he's tired from his journey, but immediately shows his servant heart by gathering wood for a fire. He's endured being a prisoner, survived a shipwreck, and now, while he's helping out, he gets bitten by a viper. How would we react, I wonder? I don't think I'd react like Paul, but Paul knows he's going to get to Rome. God doesn't break his promises, so he's totally unfazed by the lethal snake bite. And the islanders watch in amazement as Paul just shakes the snake off and stays alive. God has definitely got their attention now. Paul must be someone special, they think. Maybe he's a god. But Paul suffered many hardships through his missionary journeys, and yet he never complained and he never gave up. In Philippians 4 verse 11, he says, "I have learned to be content, whatever the circumstances." And here again, he takes a near disaster and he turns it into an opportunity. He used the diversion for the glory of God and introduced the islanders to his Saviour and his Lord. He showed the awesome power of God through healing the chief official's father, and then healed everyone else who was sick. We're not told that he shared the gospel, but I feel sure that he did. Paul was always ready for God to use him, no matter where he was or how he felt. And I wonder, can we say the same? When God brings about diversions in our lives, they're always for a purpose and for our ultimate good. But that's not always obvious when they first happen. Paul's unexpected time in Malta turned into 3 months of fruitful ministry when the passengers and crew were refreshed and rested before taking to sea again. And God blessed them through the islanders' kindness and generosity, and they saw the power of God at work. We can see other diversions in the scriptures, and I just want to mention one of them. Joseph was someone who was highly favoured, but he ended up on a completely different course to the one he'd expected. From being his father's favourite to languishing in a prison cell, life didn't seem that promising for a time. But he didn't complain either. Like Paul, he trusted God and continued to serve him, eventually becoming the second most powerful man in Egypt. At the end of Genesis, he tells his brothers who sold him into slavery, "You intended to harm me, but God intended it for good, to accomplish what is now being done." And Paul put it this way in Romans 8 verse 28, "And we know that in all things God works for the good of those who love him." And at the moment, we're going through a very strange season, a diversion from normal life that we never expected. And it has been tough at times. The restrictions have made life difficult, like not seeing friends or family wherever or whenever we choose. But we've also seen amazing examples of our Father's love through it all. We've seen acts of kindness, felt a new sense of community and care, and a new appreciation of things. And the Lord is using this diversion for our good and for his glory. It hasn't taken him by surprise. We may feel blown off course and frustrated that our plans have been messed up. But fixing our eyes on Jesus helps us remember there's God who's in ultimate control, even though our faith may be tested at this time. So let's try and use this time to encourage one another and look for opportunities to serve the Lord and draw closer to him. If you read the rest of chapter 28, you'll see what Paul got up to even when he was under house arrest in Rome, and quite a lot happened. So be encouraged. God has got this and will fulfill his purposes through it. I hope you all have a great day.